Good evening, everybody. This is Scrappin Tea, and I'm coming to you from my scrapping place with my new scrapping sign. And yes, you see no shaking, you need to see two hands. That's right, I got a tripod. It's a small one, it sits on the desk here, but you know, it works. So hopefully I'll be able to do some tutorials, which might be nice. But let me explain to you my little scrappy sign here. I picked that up at Michael's on sale for $1, and I painted it, and first I gessoed it, painted it, I stamped it with my French script stamp in gold, then I sprayed it with my Lindsay's Stamp Gang Gold Doubloon. And then I had painted some stuff with my gold doubloon, and I didn't put the lid on tight. So I lost like a ton of it. I'm so upset. It was my favorite because I wanted some of the brown, but I wanted some gold. It was perfect, and now I'm down to like schmidge. I'm very upset about it, but this turned out great. I used Lindy's Stamp Gang and I Am Roses for all the roses here, and for this flower here and here. This I used my Tattered Angels, and as you can see I used some I Am Roses skeleton leaves that I used my Lindy Stamp Gang on too, Starburst Stains. And I put some Prima Say It With Pearls, used a Tim Holtz adage ticket that I glimmer misted. And the paper that I used on here that says Scrappin Tea's Place is from Webster's Pages. And I painted it over with some glitter paint that I found. And I really like it. And I used some Prima Lace around the edge. Everybody else had signs, and I'm like, well, I need a sign. Kind of sucks that I don't have my own little sign. So that's what I did. And I cut the letters out using my Cricut. I'm using Storybook, one of my favorite font cartridges, I have to admit. And that's how that turned out. So here are two things behind it. I'm going to move my little sign down here. That this, I was in a swap on Little Scrap of Heaven, mini book swap. Kathy was my swap partner, and she made this beautiful mini. It turned out gorgeous. Let's see, look. Excuse, yes, I know, I'm in my bathrobe. That's, you know, why I'm at home. She made this really pretty charm to go on it. And I love her trim here. And this pin is really nice, Kathy. I love it. I want to know where you got the bead. It has flower in it. I don't know if you can see. You probably can't, but it's pretty. I'm like, just gorgeous. She did a wonderful job on this. And I hope you got my package in the mail. But she, with my mini for you and some little goodies. She also sent me a bunch of I Am Roses roses and curly roses and some Tim Holtz tokens. It was very nice of you, Kathy, and I love my mini. She do a beautiful job. Isn't that great? I thought she did. And she said this is her first mini, she told me. She'd never been in a mini swap, never made a mini album. Girl, you rocked it. It turned out great. Except these two things, you know, they just don't want to cooperate with me right now because I'm videotaping. She did that. Half a page there. Tim Holtz top notes and Baroque. I think that's what this one is. And I really love this trim here. But my favorite thing is this flower that she used some vintage thing on. It's really pretty. And some Prima Bling down here. She did an excellent job, and I really, really like it. And then a project that I did was this frame here. I'd found this amongst some of my mother's, what I would call white elephant stuff that I had packed away, you know, after she had passed on. So what I did, it was silver, and I was like, I don't like it. So I gessoed it. I painted it with brown umber. Then I put crackle over it. Then I put a cream colored paint. Still didn't like it. So then I took old paper, Tim Holtz Distress ink, inked it up, started looking better. I'm just like, still not there. So I took my Tattered Angels Gold, since I didn't have my gold to bloom, and I sprayed it, and it sparkled. Still wasn't what I wanted. So then I'm like, that's where I was really missing my gold to bloom. And I was like, well, wait a minute. I have my Tattered Angels Walnut Gold. I don't like it as much as my gold to bloom, but it did work, and it has some sparkle. I don't know if you can see it. And it had the brown, so it gave it a little antiquing, so it worked. Still not gold to bloom, but I'm satisfied. And the other thing, this is a tip. Don't use your heat gun on this once you do that, because like it'll bubble, I mean not crackle the paint, bubble the paint. So I was like, whoops, don't want to do that. So sometimes, you know, in certain areas you can see a little bit of the silver, which is fine. And then these are the roses that Kathy gave me, and I used my Starburst stains on this one and this one, and I liked it because it gave it kind of a purple blue tint. And then this is Juneberry Wine by Tattered Angels. That's what this is. And this is really cool. I just took them and like dunked them in the bottle because they were small enough to dunk in the bottle. Gives it a really cool look. Gave it a really deep, as you can see, real deep color too. So those are my projects. And again, Kathy, I was sorry I was so late with your mini and all the goodies. I hope you enjoy them. I can't wait to see what you do with them. And my goal, although I keep setting goals and not following through on them, which really driving me crazy. So I'm trying to do a video every 2 days. So this is video number 1, and I've only redone this 5 times, guys, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I hate when I gotta get out of that habit. Saying guys all the time, not good. So I'm trying to get into this habit, and we'll see how I do. So next video up will be very soon. Thanks for listening. This is Scrappin' Tea from her Scrappin' Place, and I'm sending you much scrappy hugs.